There are moments in life when everything seems to fall apart. You pray, you wait, and yet nothing appears to change. But what if, right now, everything is actually falling into place? What if what feels like delay is divine direction? What if the very things that seem against you are quietly working for you? There is a sacred rhythm to everything that unfolds in your life. You might not always see it, but the universe is never disorganized, never careless, never random. Every delay, every pause, every detour is perfectly timed. What seems like a moment of stillness is often the exact point where the most powerful transformation begins. You may not see the movement yet, but beneath the surface, divine timing is weaving everything together in ways beyond your understanding. When things don't go your way, it's easy to think something's wrong. You may start to believe you've made a mistake, that you're behind, or that you've been forgotten. But the truth is, there are no mistakes in the eyes of the divine. The timing of your life is not based on human schedules or desires. It's based on spiritual alignment. When you are ready, when your energy is prepared, and when the path ahead is clear, everything you've prayed for begins to appear with a grace that feels effortless. Sometimes what you think is delay is actually divine preparation. The waiting season is not punishment. It's refinement. It's the universe making sure that when your blessing arrives, you are strong enough to hold it. Imagine a seed planted deep in the soil. For months, nothing seems to happen. You water it, you wait, and still the surface remains unchanged. But underground, life is forming. Roots are anchoring, strength is building, and growth is taking place in hidden ways. That's how divine timing works. Just because you can't see progress doesn't mean it isn't happening. You see, there's a reason why certain doors remain closed until you're ready to walk through them. If they open too early, you might not have the wisdom to appreciate what's inside. The lessons you're learning right now, the patience you're developing, the trust you're cultivating, all of it is shaping you into the version of yourself who can handle what's coming. The universe is never in a rush because what is meant for you cannot be missed. It will find its way to you the moment you align with it energetically. Have you ever looked back and realized that something you desperately wanted didn't happen? And you were later thankful that it didn't. That's divine timing at work. The relationships that ended, the opportunities that slipped away, the moments you thought you failed, they were all part of the choreography of your destiny. Every no was a redirection toward a greater yes. What you thought was the end was actually the beginning of something far more meaningful. Divine timing is not always comfortable. It tests your patience, it stretches your faith, and it humbles your heart. But it also builds your strength and deepens your trust. You're learning to let go of control, to stop forcing outcomes, and to allow life to unfold naturally. The more you trust, the lighter you feel. The more you surrender, the faster things align. When you stop chasing and start allowing, you step into the natural flow of abundance that's been waiting for you all along. There is nothing more powerful than peace that comes from trusting that everything is happening exactly as it should. Even delays have a divine purpose. The time you spend waiting is sacred. It's where you grow the most. It's where faith is born, where patience blossoms, and where wisdom is cultivated. You're not standing still, you're being positioned. Every moment is leading you somewhere beautiful, even if it doesn't look like it yet. When you feel like you've waited too long, remind yourself divine timing is never late. You are right where you're supposed to be. Life doesn't operate according to your calendar. It moves according to your readiness. And readiness isn't about doing more. It's about trusting more. When you're at peace with where you are, you create the perfect environment for what's next to find you. Don't rush your process. The flower does not bloom by force. The sun rises when it's time. The seasons change when they're ready. And so will you. Your dreams are not denied. They're simply being nurtured in the unseen until the moment is right. The divine doesn't want you to just receive your blessings. It wants you to keep them, to sustain them, and to grow through them. Take a deep breath and let go of the need to control how or when things happen. Say to yourself, I trust that everything is unfolding for me. I am not behind. I am not forgotten. I am in divine timing. When you embrace this truth, peace fills your heart and miracles begin to flow effortlessly. Remember, divine timing is not about waiting for life to happen. It's about realizing life is happening right now perfectly for your highest good. Every step, every pause, every turn is part of a plan that's far greater than anything you could have imagined. Trust it. Your story is not delayed, it's divinely aligned. The universe is on time, and so are you. There will be times in your life when doors close suddenly, when people walk away without explanation, and when everything you planned seems to fall apart. In those moments, your mind will tell you that you've failed, that life is unfair, or that you're being punished for something you can't even name. But the truth is far gentler and far more divine than that. The truth is, delays are never punishment, they are protection. When things don't go according to your timing, it's easy to feel forgotten or abandoned by life. You might see others moving ahead, getting opportunities, or living the dreams you thought were meant for you, and wonder, why not me? Why not now? But what if the very delay you're fighting against is the universe's way of keeping you safe? What if the closed doors are blessings in disguise, gently redirecting you away from paths that would have caused harm or heartbreak? You see, not everything that glitters is meant for you. Sometimes the things you desire most would have limited you, drained you, or distracted you from your higher purpose. The delay is divine intervention saying, not this, not yet, something better is coming. Every delay carries a hidden wisdom. It may not make sense while you're in it, but eventually the picture becomes clear. You'll look back one day and see that every unanswered prayer, every missed opportunity, and every no was actually a yes to something greater. Life doesn't deny you, it prepares you. You are not being held back. You are being positioned. The space between where you are and where you want to be is sacred space. It's the season where the divine rearranges circumstances, shifts people, and prepares the soil for the blessing you're meant to receive. Think of how a parent protects a child from touching fire. The child may cry, believing the parent is cruel for saying no. But the parent's refusal is love, not punishment. The same is true with life. Sometimes you're protected from things you're not yet ready for. That relationship that didn't work out, that job that slipped away, that move that never happened. Those were not losses, they were shields. You were being spared from pain, from chaos, from detours that would have led you away from peace. There's a deep intelligence guiding everything that happens to you. When you can't see it, trust it. The universe doesn't make mistakes. It knows when you're ready, and it knows when you still need time to grow, heal, or learn. The waiting, as uncomfortable as it may be, is often the most powerful part of your journey. It's in the waiting that your strength builds, your perspective deepens, and your energy realigns with what you truly desire. If everything came the moment you asked for it, you might not have the wisdom or maturity to sustain it. But when it comes through divine timing, you're not only ready to receive, it becomes a permanent part of your growth. Sometimes protection comes disguised as endings. People leave so your energy can rise. Jobs end so your gifts can unfold. Friendships fade so your soul can expand. Don't fight what's leaving you. Let it go with gratitude. When the universe removes something, it's never to hurt you. It's to create space for what truly belongs to you. You are never losing anything meant for you. You are simply being guided to something better aligned with your spirit. When you start to see delays as protection, peace replaces frustration. You begin to trust that life is on your side. You no longer chase what's not yours, you attract what is. Every moment of waiting becomes a moment of preparation. Every disappointment becomes a doorway to redirection. Every heartbreak becomes a bridge to healing. You might not see the full picture now, but one day you will look back and say, "Thank you." You will thank the universe for every time you were delayed, denied, or detoured, because you'll realize those moments were the turning points that shaped your destiny. The love that left made space for something real. The job you lost pushed you toward your purpose. The door that closed saved you from walking into a situation that would have broken you. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What is this protecting me from?" That single shift in perspective changes everything. It turns confusion into trust, pain into patience, and loss into wisdom. You begin to see that every event, no matter how painful, is wrapped in divine love. Trust that you are always being guided. The same force that created you is orchestrating every event in your life with precision. When you surrender to this truth, you stop fighting against the flow and begin to rest in faith. You realize that you don't need to force outcomes or chase what's not ready. Everything meant for you will find you effortlessly when the time is right. Take a deep breath and affirms, "I trust that delays are divine protection. I am safe, I am guided, and I am exactly where I'm meant to be." Feel the peace that comes from releasing control. Know that you are not being punished. You are being loved. Life is not against you, it is for you. Every delay, every detour, every pause is a divine whisper saying, "Hold on. I'm making something beautiful for you." And when it finally arrives, and it will, you'll understand why you had to wait. You'll see that nothing was ever lost, and everything was always working in your favor. Faith is not something you hold only when life is easy. It's the light you carry when everything around you feels uncertain and dark. It's the quiet knowing that even when you can't see the full path, you are still being led. Faith is the bridge between where you are and where you are meant to be. It doesn't demand that you understand every detail. It asks only that you trust that everything unfolding in your life has purpose. When you have faith, you send a powerful message to the universe that you are ready to receive. You declare, "Even if I don't see it yet, I believe it's coming." This vibration of belief begins to shape the world around you. It opens doors that logic cannot explain and brings opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. The energy of faith carries creation within it. What you believe, you attract. What you affirm with conviction, you experience. So many people wait for proof before they believe, but that's not how faith works. Faith comes first, the evidence follows. It's like planting a seed. You don't see the flower right away, but you trust that it's growing beneath the soil. If you dig it up to check its progress, you interrupt the process. Life is the same way. When you constantly question how or when things will happen, you interfere with the energy of faith. The moment you surrender and allow, miracles begin to unfold naturally. Faith is an act of surrender, not control. It means saying, I don't know how, but I trust that it will happen in the perfect way. When you release the need to control every outcome, you make space for the divine to work through you and for you. The universe has infinite possibilities, far beyond what the human mind can imagine. When you let go, you allow those possibilities to manifest. Everything you think, feel, and say is a form of faith. If you constantly affirm fear, worry, or lack, that becomes your faith in limitation. But when you affirm abundance, love, and peace, that becomes your faith in divine goodness. Your faith is like a magnet. It draws experiences that match its frequency. That's why it's so important to be mindful of your inner dialogue. Speak words that support your dreams, not your doubts. Each word you speak plants a seed in the garden of your life. Say to yourself, I trust that good things are happening for me, even when I cannot see them. Let this belief settle in your heart. Feel the peace that comes with trusting something greater than yourself. When you choose faith over fear, you stop reacting to appearances. You stop letting temporary circumstances define your future. You begin to see life as a continuous process of creation, where your thoughts and energy are the blueprint. Faith doesn't mean you'll never feel doubt or fear. It means you'll keep moving forward despite them. It means believing that every challenge contains hidden blessings. The obstacles you face are not signs that things are falling apart. They are often signs that things are being rearranged for your highest good. When life pushes you to your limits, it's not to break you, it's to stretch you into your potential. There will be days when faith feels like the hardest thing to hold on to. You might question whether what you desire will ever come to pass. In those moments, pause and breathe. Remind yourself of every time in the past when something seemed impossible but eventually worked out. The same power that carried you through then is carrying you through now. Faith is not something you earn, it's something you remember. It's the truth that has always been within you, the quiet assurance that you are never alone, never unsupported, and never off course. Faith transforms your vibration. When you believe in goodness, you become a beacon for it. You begin to notice opportunities that were invisible before. You attract people who match your energy. You magnetize the very experiences that reflect your inner state of trust. This is not magic, it's alignment. The outer world rearranges itself to mirror your inner world. That's why faith is not just a belief. It's a creative force. It shapes the unseen into the seen. Hold faith close to your heart. Nurture it daily through your thoughts, words, and actions. Instead of asking, what if it doesn't happen? Start asking, what if everything is working out even better than I imagine? Feel the difference that question makes in your energy. It opens your heart, lifts your vibration, and connects you to the frequency of miracles. When fear whispers, what if it all goes wrong? Let faith respond, what if it all goes right? This shift in focus changes everything. Faith doesn't deny reality, it redefines it. It reminds you that you are co-creating with the divine, not struggling against it. Every time you choose faith over fear, you expand your capacity to receive. You tell life, I'm ready. take a deep breath and affirms, "My faith creates my future. I believe that life is on my side. Everything I desire is finding its way to me with ease and grace." Feel the strength in those words. Feel how your energy softens and opens. This is the power of faith. It replaces anxiety with calm, confusion with clarity, and despair with hope. Keep walking, even if you can't see the full road ahead. The light will appear with each step you take in trust. You don't need to know the how. You just need to believe in the what. Every act of faith builds momentum. Every thought of trust calls forth miracles. And when you least expect it, you'll look around and realize that everything you believed in has manifested into reality. There comes a time in every life when the sky darkens, when everything you thought was stable begins to shake, and when the familiar pieces of your world seem to fall apart. The plans that once made sense no longer work. The relationships that once felt safe begin to fade. The dreams you held so tightly seem to crumble in your hands. And in that chaos, it's easy to believe the storm has come to destroy you. But the truth is far greater. The storm is not the end. It is the beginning. Every storm carries purpose. It is not there to punish you. It is there to awaken you. It arrives to clear away the illusions, to strip away what no longer serves you, and to remind you of the strength that has always lived inside you. When life feels turbulent, it is not because you are cursed or forgotten. It is because your soul has outgrown the comfort of the old and is being prepared for the expansion of the new. The storm comes to teach surrender. It reminds you that no matter how much you plan, life has a higher plan. One that knows what you need long before you do. When the winds of change blow, they are carrying you toward growth, even if it feels like loss. When the rain falls, it is washing away the heaviness of the past. When lightning strikes, it's illuminating what has been hidden within you all along. Your courage, your resilience, your light. You may not see it now, but storms are sacred invitations to transformation. Think of how nature works. Before a forest can bloom again, a storm must pass through. The wind shakes the trees, the rain nourishes the soil, and when it's over, everything is cleaner, stronger, and more alive. The same happens within you. The storm is not here to end your journey. It is here to renew it. Sometimes you have to lose what you think you need to discover what your soul truly desires. Sometimes you have to be broken open to let light in. The pain you feel is not permanent. It's the cracking of the shell that's been holding you back. You are not falling apart. You are shedding layers that no longer belong to the person you are becoming. The version of you that will rise from this will not be the same as the one who entered the storm. You will be wiser, softer, stronger, and more authentic. When you find yourself in the middle of chaos, stop trying to fix everything. Stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" And begin to whisper, "What is this teaching me?" There is meaning in every disruption. There is wisdom in every ending. The people who leave, the jobs that disappear, the opportunities that slip away, they are all part of the cleansing. The universe removes what cannot come with you to your next level. What's falling apart is not your life. It's the illusion of control. In the quiet moments between the thunder, remember that peace still exists. The eye of the storm is always calm, and so is the center of your being. No matter what's happening around you, there is a stillness within you that cannot be shaken. That stillness is your connection to the divine. It's the part of you that knows this is not the end, even when your mind says it is. It's the whisper that tells you to hold on, to breathe, to trust that this too shall pass. When the storm finally begins to clear, and it always does, you'll see that nothing was truly lost. What left was never meant to stay. What broke was meant to open. What ended was making space for new beginnings. You'll look back and realize that every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of uncertainty was part of a greater awakening. The storm didn't come to break you. It came to break open the path to your destiny. There's a quiet kind of beauty that comes after the storm, the kind that only those who have walked through darkness can appreciate. The air feels cleaner. The colors look brighter. Your heart feels lighter. You begin to see yourself differently, not as a victim of life's storms, but as a survivor, a creator, a soul reborn. Do not resist what life is trying to change within you. Resistance only prolongs the storm. Instead, open your heart and allow the winds to move through. Let go of what you cannot control and anchor yourself in faith. Say to yourself, this is not the end. This is a new beginning. I trust that something greater is being born from this. Every ending carries the seed of a new chapter. Every storm carries the promise of a sunrise. You may not see the light yet, but it's already on its way. You don't have to know how you'll get through this. You only have to believe that you will, and when you rise, because you will rise with wisdom that only storms can teach. So when life shakes you, don't fear the wind. Let it cleanse you. Let it awaken you. Let it show you that you are far stronger than you ever realized. Because when the storm passes and the sun shines again, you will understand the truth. It was never the end. It was always the beginning of the most beautiful chapter of your life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. It is the language of the heart that opens invisible doors and invites divine blessings into your life. When you choose gratitude, even in the smallest moments, you shift your energy from lack to abundance, from fear to peace, from resistance to flow. Gratitude doesn't just acknowledge what you have, it multiplies it. It tells the universe, I see your gifts and I am ready for more. So many people spend their lives waiting for something big to happen before they feel grateful. They think, when I get the job, when I find love, when I have more money, then I'll be thankful. But gratitude doesn't wait for perfection. It creates it. The truth is, miracles begin when you give thanks for what you already have. When you appreciate what's present, you create space for more to arrive. The energy of gratitude is magnetic. It attracts goodness because it vibrates at the frequency of abundance. Every time you say, thank you, something inside you shifts, your heart opens, your mind softens, and your spirit aligns with the flow of life. Gratitude is not a reaction to external events, it is a state of being. It says, even if everything isn't perfect, I trust that it's working for my good. It's a quiet confidence that you are supported, loved, and guided by something greater than yourself. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending that everything is wonderful when it's not. It means choosing to find light even in the dark. It's being able to look at challenges and say, this too is a teacher. It's realizing that even pain carries purpose. When you can be thankful not only for what feels good, but also for what stretches you, you begin to understand the depth of divine wisdom working through your life. Every delay, every loss, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone toward greater clarity and strength. When you start practicing gratitude daily, you begin to notice beauty in places you once overlooked. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the sound of laughter, the taste of water when you're thirsty, all become miracles. The ordinary turns sacred. Life starts to feel softer, calmer, and more alive. You stop chasing happiness and start realizing it was always here in the simplest things. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances overnight. It changes your perception. And when perception changes, everything else follows. The universe responds to appreciation with abundance. Think of gratitude as a signal you send out into the energetic field. When you radiate thankfulness, you communicate to the divine that you recognize its presence in your life. That recognition expands. The more you focus on what's good, the more good finds its way to you. It's not coincidence. It's alignment. Gratitude is the vibration of yes, and the universe always echoes back what you project. In moments of uncertainty, gratitude becomes your anchor. It grounds you in the now. When you're worried about the future or grieving the past, take a deep breath and name 3 things you are thankful for in that moment. It might be as simple as your breath, a soft bed, or the sound of rain. Instantly, your energy begins to calm. Fear loses its power because gratitude cannot coexist with worry. One dissolves the other. Gratitude reminds you that even now, you are being taken care of. Sometimes, the greatest miracle is not that your situation changes, but that your heart does. Gratitude softens the edges of pain. It helps you see that you are not your circumstances. You are the consciousness that observes them. From that awareness, you begin to create from a higher place. When your energy rises, new possibilities unfold. Gratitude lifts you into the realm of miracles, where solutions appear effortlessly and opportunities align with divine timing. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect to begin practicing gratitude. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Be thankful for your body, even if it's tired. Be thankful for your journey, even if it's uncertain. Be thankful for the lessons that shaped you, even the ones that hurt. When you give thanks for your life as it is, you transform its energy. The universe listens and whispers back, "Here is more to be grateful for." Make gratitude your daily ritual. Each morning, before you reach for your phone or think about what you must do, place your hand on your heart and say, "Thank you for this new day. Thank you for another chance to live, love, and grow." And each night before you rest, review your day with gentle eyes and give thanks for what went well, for what didn't, and for the strength that carried you through. You'll notice that the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Gratitude isn't a habit, it's a way of life. The secret is that gratitude doesn't just attract miracles, it is the miracle. It transforms how you see, how you feel, and how you create. It turns your focus from what's missing to what's abundant, and in doing so, it changes your entire reality. Take a deep breath and whisper softly, "Thank you for everything I have. Thank you for everything I am. Thank you for everything that's on its way." Let that energy fill you. Feel your heart expand, because when you are grateful, you are in harmony with the highest power in the universe. And in that harmony, miracles are not rare. They are inevitable. When life feels heavy and nothing seems to be moving, that is the moment when you must learn the art of surrender. Surrender is not about giving up. It's about letting go of control and trusting that life knows what it's doing. You have done your part. You have planted your seeds, and now the universe is aligning everything perfectly. Your task now is not to force, but to allow. When you surrender, you step out of resistance and into divine flow where miracles can finally find their way to you. So many people struggle because they believe they must push harder, plan more, and fight their way to peace. But real peace comes when you allow life to unfold as it is meant to. Imagine a river flowing naturally. It doesn't resist the rocks or complain about the bends. It simply flows. And yet it always reaches its destination. You are that river. Your journey may twist and turn, but when you trust the flow, you are always being guided exactly where you are meant to be. Surrender is a sacred act of faith. It's saying, I trust that everything is working out for my highest good, even if I can't see it right now. When you say those words and truly believe them, you open the doors for divine intervention. You invite grace to move through your life. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling like divine redirection. Letting it flow means releasing the need to control outcomes. You stop asking when and how things will happen and start affirming that they already are. The universe is never still. It's always responding to your energy. When your energy is relaxed, grateful, and open, life mirrors that vibration back to you. When you hold on too tightly, you create resistance. Think of it as holding a butterfly too firmly in your hand, you'll crush its wings. But when you open your palm, the butterfly can land softly and beautifully. You may not realize it, but the moment you surrender, everything begins to rearrange itself. The right people begin to appear. The perfect opportunities begin to align. The solutions you couldn't see suddenly become clear. This is the magic of surrender. It's the moment when your energy becomes one with the rhythm of the universe. You stop swimming upstream and start moving with the current of your destiny. There is a deep sense of relief that comes with surrender. You stop trying to fix everything and instead trust that it's already being handled. You stop worrying about timing and instead rest in the knowing that divine timing never fails. The truth is, you are never behind. You are never off course. You are always exactly where you need to be for your next step to unfold. Every moment of waiting, every pause, every unanswered prayer is part of a bigger plan that you simply can't see from where you stand. When you surrender, you start to feel lighter. The energy of struggle leaves your body. You begin to breathe again, laugh again, and notice small signs of beauty all around you. The sunset becomes a reminder that endings can be beautiful. The sunrise tells you that new beginnings always come after darkness. The universe speaks softly to you when your heart is quiet enough to listen. Sometimes you will be asked to release something or someone that no longer serves you. It might hurt at first, but trust that letting go creates space for something greater. The universe cannot fill a closed hand. It can only bless the open one. If you keep clinging to what is gone, you block what is trying to arrive. Surrender teaches you that what is meant for you cannot be taken away, and what is not meant for you will not stay. Let it flow. Let life unfold naturally, even if it doesn't look like what you planned. Your soul came here not to control, but to evolve, to grow through every experience, even the ones you didn't expect. Every time you trust the flow, you align yourself with infinite intelligence, and this intelligence knows how to bring you exactly what you need. Today, take a deep breath and release your grip. Say to yourself, I surrender. I allow everything to work out perfectly for me. Let your heart soften. Let your fears dissolve. Trust that you are being guided by a love so vast it can move mountains for you. The more you allow, the more you receive. You were never meant to fight the current. You were meant to float with it. You were never meant to struggle. You were meant to align. So let it go, trust the flow, and watch as life begins to move in your favor effortlessly, beautifully, and in divine timing. The universe is always flowing with you. All you have to do is let it.